Hello, everybody. Old School Kurt here. Let's talk about music class back when we were kids in the 80s and 90s. One of the most pointless classes of all time. You didn't use any of that shit later in life. It didn't help you get a job, didn't do nothing. Well, this is a story about an evil music teacher that I used to have. Evil music teacher. We'll refer to her as Miss B. And what is the deal with all my stories having me fighting with some woman? Always fighting some older woman. I don't know what that's about. I have the worst luck when I was a kid with female teachers, and as I get older, I have the worst luck with female cops too. Oh, sure, in the porns, when they pull you over, they just give you a BJ and a warning, but not in real life. In real life, they are assholes to me. Oh shit, sorry, got off topic. So anyway, back in 2nd through 4th grade, I had a music teacher. We'll refer to her as Mrs. B. And she was mean as hell, especially to me. And don't get me wrong, I wasn't the best kid in the school, but I was a nice kid. I wasn't an evil kid. Well, I'm going to tell you about some of her tactics. Well, she would walk into the class every day, and I was short, and my homeboy CT was short too, so we'd have to stand in the front because it was a standing class while she would talk. And so me and CT are standing there, and every time she would come in, she'd go, "Hello, class." And we were supposed to respond, "Good morning, Miss B." But me and my boy CT would go, "Somebody shoot me," because we hated that class. Well, anyway, she would teach us a bunch of pointless shit, bunch of pointless songs. Like, we had one song that I swear went like, "Dance old-fashioned root beer, dance old-fashioned root beer, do a deer, a female deer, blah, 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 blah." Tell me when that shit's going to be handy later in life. When am I going to be at a job interview and I'm just going to be sitting there, all decked out in a suit? And the guy's like, "Why should I give you this job, Kurt?" And I'd be like, "Well, take a look at this. Dance old-fashioned root beer. Dance old-fashioned root beer." And the guy's just going to be like, "You are so hired. And you get a raise. Hell yeah." And then I'd be like, "Can I have the weekends off too?" And he'd be like, "Oh, I don't know." And I'm like, "Really? What if I do this? Doe, a deer, a female deer, la 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 la. You have weekends off, and here's a key to the house, and you can have sex with my wife." See? It was a useless ass class, and I freaking hated it, and I knew it was useless. Anyway, Miss B would come in. She loved moving her hands a lot. She had very expressive hands. But she would always come in, moving her hands around, having us sing and shit, and I couldn't sing worth the shit. Surprise, could not sing worth the crap. And she wasn't nice, dude. She would, if you weren't singing good, she would single you out. Ha! Singled you out. You see what I did there? I need friends. Anyway, so what she would do to me always, and that's why I hated being in the front, I hated being short. She would be singing, she'd be doing little hand things, telling everybody to sing. And then if you weren't singing right, she would single you out, and she'd look at you, and she'd look at me, and I'd be like, "Oh no." And she would drop to her knees, and she would kind of scoot over to you, and she would grab your throat and say, "Use your throat muscles, Kurt. Use your throat muscles." And I wanted to slap her hand away and say, "Fucking use my throat muscles. I look like Jenna Jameson to you. Ain't using my throat muscles. And get the hell off your knees, man. This is very creepy. You're not Mary Letourneau, okay?" For those of you who don't know who Mary Letourneau is, look her up. I'm not telling you that shit. So anyway, we had to sing all these damn classes. We had to sing all these damn stupid, pointless songs. And we had to hold these papers up that had the songs on them. And I remember me and CT would be chilling next to each other. And he would pull up the paper, and like we had to sing, I think from Pinocchio, "When you wish upon a star, blah, 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 blue, blue, blue." We would have to sing that, and me and my boy CT, we'd make our own lyrics to every song. So we were holding it up, and we would go, "When you bust a nasty fart, it will blow your ass apart." Right? And so, me and him had a good time. Well, one day she caught us. She was singing, let me think of the song. Crap, let me think. I think it was a Christmas song. It was Jingle Bells. So we were all dressed up like it was Christmas Day or something like that. So we're all dressed up in these horrible Christmas outfits, and we're singing "Jingle Bells, Jingle Bells, la 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 la." And me and my boy Chris got in trouble because we were going, teacher smells, she is such a bitch. Oh my goodness, do I hate this class, this bitch. And she would kick us out of class. That was a mean ass teacher. And not only that, we had a nickname for her. We called her, her hair looked like, think of a dog, think of a poodle, but think of a blonde poodle. Her hair, the top of her head looked like a damn poodle. Okay, so we used to call her PB for poodle bitch. So every time, and she catch us calling her that too, she'd be like, "Good morning, Kurt." I'd be like, "Hey, PB," but we never explained to her what it meant. Well, let me get off. Let me get off that time. Then in 6th grade, we had a teacher. She was mean, but she was cool. But what I hated about 6th grade is we had to sing all these damn country songs, and I fucking hate country. And we had to sing "Boot Scoot Boogie" all the time, which not a bad song. We had to sing "Ain't Could Break Your Heart" too. Not a bad song. But what sucked about it is every time from 5th to 6th grade, they put me in a class, and I would always sit by that person, male or female, that did not take care of their hygiene. So we're standing up next to each other singing. They're like boot scooting, and their breath is just melting my face and destroying my soul and making me not want to live anymore, okay? And if it wasn't that bad, there was some songs, like I think we had one that was like "Hands Across America," where we had to move our hands up. Well, that's okay if you take showers and shit, but I would always be next to some chick who had fucking orangutan arms, and she's like, "Hands across," and I'm like, "Oh God, it smells like rotten tomatoes and Indian food." Ah, music class. How pointless you were. Have a good one, y'all.